finger?
Shining Finger.
Shining finger, right?
But let me find the exact one.
There's one here called All Shining Finger Moments.
There's multiple Shining Fingers, yeah, but the the one that stuck in my head is this one.
Oh.
If you know Guilty Gear as well, there's a character called Potemkin in that who has a bunch of moves that have references to different anime, and one of them is a reference to it's like Heat Knuckle or something from Gundam.
That's a pretty awesome starting shot. I've not watched it more than like a second in, but that Gundam is fucked, or that mech is fucked.
Who is this creature?
Saishi, it's nothing for you to be concerned with.
The classic, however.
Yeah.
So total tangent. I'm trying my best to get through Dragon Ball Z. Oh my god, it is a hell of a slog. I'm watching Dragon Ball Z Kai, which is the abridged version.
Yeah.
Which basically halves the number of episodes, right? So if I was to watch this originally, I'd only be half of the distance. So I'm just after the Cell Saga. And if I was watching the original, I'd only be on episode 200, whereas on Kai, I'm on episode 100. And I'm just watching going, I think this is such a slog to get through. How the hell did I like this as a kid?
As a kid, you probably only saw a few episodes.
Yeah, they're only 15 minutes long.
I watched all of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, but it was I had it on a different screen, just playing games or whatever. So that one was
I feel like a lot of people that watched that, it's been while they were playing an MMO.
Yeah.
They had it on another screen.
Because with the original Dragon Ball, it's 360 episodes. It's fucking insane.
Wait. The original, just Dragon Ball was 300 episodes.
Oh, no. Combined, they're 300 and something.
You just watch one every day.
Yeah, the original Dragon Ball is 153, and then Dragon Ball Z is 291.
Yeah.
340, not 360.
I admit I skipped Dragon Ball because I never saw the Dragon Ball. I started with Z.
Yeah.
Oh, there's something before Z. I've never seen any of it.
I don't recommend it. I'm trying to just watch it because...
Yeah, it's not my kind of thing.
I've got to the point where I remember watching when I was in secondary school. It's at the end of the Cell Saga, I remember getting to there and trying to watch a bit, and I'm pretty convinced my parents then got rid of Cartoon Network, so I couldn't watch it anymore.
You at least have seen some of the clips from it, right, Dark?
I've seen bits, yeah. I don't know any of the story or anything like that, though.
Yeah, there's another very hammy clip like that, which that I've not watched it since I was a child.
Clips, yeah, because there's a lot of animes like that.
For some reason, Dub Goku, they made him really they injected some kind of Christian vibes into him.
Yeah, they do some weird things when they translate them over.
Well, I mean, Pokemon, the way they translated the food is funny.
I was about to say that one. It was Bao or something, wasn't it? They changed it to jelly donuts.
It was
it's an onigiri. It is an onigiri, and they're like, "This is a jelly donut." I'm like, "That's a fucking weird donut."
Yeah, I remember when I was seeing it and thinking that's odd. It was a Sonic cartoon, and I think they did something like that with the Sonic as well. I remember thinking that doesn't. Yeah, it's that doesn't look like the type of food they're saying it is.
I think there's another food wise of Ash, and he's holding a baguette in the most awkward way possible.
Have you seen the censorship they did on One Piece? Like 4Kids stuff?
No.
Let me see.
Was that the original one? Oh, where they turn cigarettes into lollipops.
Yes. And there's one where they have a guy held hostage and they're pointing a gun at him. And they changed into this fucking sting hammer.
I think also there was one which changed darts into plungers.
What?
I think there's a scene where someone gets shot with a dart and it sticks in and he bleeds.
Uh-huh.
But in like the censored version, it's like a plunger that's sort of like a sticky dart, you know,
Oh,
like you would
yeah,
fire
yeah,
and it would just
like
suck
kids
onto a
gun.
window.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah. So it's like that kind of thing.
There's an example for you, Dark. It's still in the mecha thing.
Sorry, I had to help my sister move her fridge today. I got back later than I thought I would.
Oh, that's quite a change. The lollipop
what?
doesn't look so egregious, but what the fuck is that?
Yeah. Also, just since I mentioned it and didn't link anything, this is what heavy object mechs look like.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, hell I love that. I absolutely love that.
It's a lot of guns.
Like they really were like, oh, we've got some spare space over here. We'll just
Yeah.
glue
Like-
on like 5 extra guns.
There's several of them that are it's just a pufferfish of gun.
It's like it's not a pufferfish, it's a fucking sea urchin.
It's funny when you have an artist, though, that just has a pure, like, a certain design that they just gravitate towards for everything.
He was another one. I can't remember the names of all of them, but he was same kind of
This is
same kind of idea.
this is all new player configuration.
Player configuration is new.
It was-
I've never had to
Oh,
do this before.
Oh, it's probably because you need to pick your So you have a mech character and you have your character. So you just need to pick the pilot one.
Yeah, player information and then player character. Yeah. Okay. Well, and
Think-
some other stuff. Pronouns, my color, my avatar. I was like, what? I've never
Oh,
had to do all this
that's
before.
normal Foundry stuff.
I've never had to do that before for any of the games I've joined. for
Because you probably because I end up using because alphabetically a lot of time you're at the top, so I end up using your account as the test account a lot of time. So it's probably already set up.
Right. Oh, that makes sense. Gotta be asking, why is it always my guy that you have all those pictures you saw?
Privileged position. I don't remember what the link is.
Okay. So player.
Okay,
Jack
stupid
Mac.
ask.
Okay.
Where is the link?
I do not have it pinned in the because it should be the same as. Actually, when was it last? No, you're playing Shadow Dark. Should be the same.
Yeah, I just used the one he
No.
sent me for Shadow Dark.
Yeah, the last one that I've used for Shadow Dark's giving me a site can't be reached.
Alright,
So I'm trying to
fine.
like figure it out. Unless you want me to look at a news article.
This is what's happening in the world today.
One of the last ones was me was sharing a news article about like a oil thing, and you're like, aha, and
So player character, there's bird and there's bird bot.
Well, the bot is obviously your mech, so you want to pick the pilot as like your character. You have ownership of both, but that's the one that's going to assume is your primary character. I will have it so that there's like a HUD, so you can just click on the picture of your pilot or your mech, and it'll switch between the stuff for it. But I didn't get that
Okay.
far yet.
So select the core. I guess this determines. Okay.
Yeah, so the mechs are going to be. Oh, hang on, I'll just tell you what you need. So your mech needs to have a core, a power system, and a legs, like locomotion unit. You don't have to have a head, but the heads will be the primary way that you get CPU and sensor stats for your mech. It's a D12 system, so all the ratings are on a 12. For most of the things, it's going to be your player attribute plus either the player skill or plus the mech stat. Those two get added together and then it gets halved. And then you're trying to beat 13 minus that number on the D12. But all you need to know is the higher your numbers are, the better they are. And then when you're rolling dice, the higher the number you roll, the better it is.
So should something show up after the player configuration?
No, that's just assign your character. On the panels on the side, the actor panels, you should be able to see like your.
Yeah. I went to my the actors and there was both of them there.
So you'll have a 1,000 credits, which is going to be 1 million, to build your mech with.
So I have 1,000 listed, right? That's correct.
Yeah.
so you have 1,000K credits.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which should be enough to build a mech with, and some change that will do like your personal adventure items with afterwards. But I haven't done those. But they'll be cheap.
Isn't it funny? No one says like 1 mega credit.
Oh, it's a K credit.
Yeah, but no one's ever gonna write like 1 M credits.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I like that you've got a total price. That makes me very happy. It's a lot easier than doing
Yeah, it's
math.
total price and total weight. So your legs, I'm gonna go with this because I'm very scatterbrained right now. All the legs have a load capacity. That is how much your mech can weigh. The more weight you have on it, the less speed you're going to have, to a minimum.
Do we have any idea? Well, come and think of it. Are there any like archetypes in this that we should be aware of?
No, because that's just from scratch. You can build art. There's like slower, heavier, more durable, like heavily armored stuff.
That's interesting. If I take a flamethrower, it automatically picks my auxiliary to be a
Yes,
flamethrower.
because some systems, weapons and such, use multiple mounts. So usually the more powerful weapons will use multiple mounts. I think the biggest one is the Omega Cannon, and it will take up your main, your aux, and your shoulder mount.
Oh, good God.
Yeah.
Strategic class super weapon.
Yeah, some weapon. I mean, it's not actually numerically, it's not that much more powerful, but some of the bigger weapons can only be taken on main. I've made all the smaller weapons, so you can take them on your main or your aux. The shields can be taken on auxiliary. You have armors that you can take, but the light armor will just take your armor slot. The heavy armor will take your armor slot and the auxiliary slot. There's special armors that you can take on your shoulder, but those, yeah. But the difference is the shield, because you're like holding it in your auxiliary, which is your offhand. The good thing about that one is the rest don't only apply to like you, but with the shield you can use that to help defend somebody else.
Oh God, you got different armor types to help different things.
There's a whole bunch of different damage types, yes, and each armor type defends against one damage type.
Or you go for the void shield generator, and it's just like
yes, which is an area effect, so it's everyone standing next to you as well, and that gives you like an
Including the
armor
guy
value
in the
against
leg.
everything. Yeah.
So since there's like hacking as one of our stats,
Yes.
is hacking like something we'd need to worry about mid combat? Or is it like
Yes, we will probably have something like that.
right?
I reserve the right to add more stuff. This is put together in a week.
I was just thinking
My original one was a very simple system where you picked a mech class and you chose like 2 out of 4 abilities, and that was kind of like you're good to go. And they just slapped weapons on and they all did the same thing. But as I was like, I need to make this more in depth for the mech building, and then I got carried away somewhat.
it's just the other one you linked. I can't remember all the different systems that were in it, but it sounded vaguely what's the word? Like cyberpunk-y, in that there were like unexplained phenomena to do with the mech. I can't remember what system it was. It
The
wasn't
Lancer one? No.
Or maybe it was Lancer. I don't know.
Lancer we had aliens and kaijus, which we may or may not have in this one.
There was something you linked that it was like there was a hacking element to it, but there were other things you had to account for, and I wonder how deep this is, or maybe how broad it
I
is.
don't know. There's a hacking skill so you can hack things anyway. It won't just be, and you'll be doing stuff out of mechs as well, because if you're doing mechs all the time, it can get boring. My only concern with the way I've done this now is that the combat might be a little slow compared to what I kind of wanted. But a lot of it is incorporated just in your roll when you roll, so hopefully that kind of just keeps it fairly quick. I don't want to get too bogged down. Let me just go over what you got to create here. So I've got a rules section in the journal that you can read with everything kind of written down there for you. But you have 40 points to spend on attributes, and they have to be a minimum of 1, a maximum of 12. But if you want, instead, you can roll a d12 for each of your attributes. You then have 100 points to distribute among your skills, and you've got 1,000 KCR to spend building your mech. And you get to pick one specialist skill, and whenever you roll that specialist skill, you get advantage basically. So you roll 2 dice and get the high. Every weapon has a range of damage it'll do, so a minimum and a maximum, and it will be something in the middle. It rolls the damage. If you get a successful hit, it'll be double that if you get a crit. And then it also rolls a d12 and adds that total together, and then that total gets put onto the damage table for the location that you've hit. to determine what has happened to it. And if you roll too low, it's just superficial and it doesn't actually do anything. Other results can be like minor damage, which can stack to be greater damage. You can disable parts, you can explode parts, and obviously they'll require like repair or getting replaced. Depending on what parts you've got will affect your heat and your ammunition counts. Heat you can mark in order to like push your systems and like increase your dice rolls. And ammunition you can mark once you've hit something to increase the heat is calculated by the heat sink you have minus your heat output from your power core. But you can also get additional heat sinks that will fit on your shoulder.
I'm like just over like 10-10. I'm just trying to like save a couple of coins.
The weapons cost money too, don't they? I ain't even looked at those.
Yeah.
The weapons, everything costs money.
Because I put everything into the machine. I was like, I ain't got no money left over. And I was like, what about weapons?
Fed all the math into Gemini to try and get it balanced. So, but I am eyeballing and guessing a lot of this.
Well, you just you just can't have good shit in every slot, right? Some things
that's the
one
goal,
of the systems is gonna have to be suboptimal.
Yes.
Yeah. Or two of them probably have to be suboptimal.
Oh, and structural checks. So when you do take damage against your head, your core, or your legs, because they are like extra reinforced compared to the other hard points, you get to roll a structural check, which is like an armor save. And if you can like equal or beat the damage that's incoming with your structural check, then you won't take damage on that body part.
What are you gonna use? Trying to build right now.
In my head, I wanted like a laser boat of some kind. So I'm mostly focusing on my heat sink and my heat generation at the beginning. So I guess I haven't looked at the guns yet, but I'm assuming laser guns will generate a lot of heat. I haven't actually looked at them yet.
Which pull up. Heavy laser is not a thermal weapon. Lasers are pulse damage.
So they don't. So
They
it's not
have
quite the
accuracy,
same.
but they do not.
Oh, okay. So I can change my build.
There are weapons that do thermal damage, and those inflict heat. But you're not actually generating heat on your guy unless you're marking heat in order to
Do something.
rolls. Yeah. Or if they hit you with thermal damage, they will start filling up your heat. And then once your heat is filled, you will start taking it as damage.
You can also take a microwave emitter if you want a heat weapon.
Just cook them at a distance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to incorporate a variety of stuff. Not all of it is.
I'm trying to find. I had a drone launcher, and I can't find it again.
If
for
you
my,
pick
like,
something
shoulder
that fills up that slot, it will kick off the thing you had there earlier.
Oh yeah, I've got something that freed the slot. It's just no longer can I see like this drone launcher. I can see like repair drones and things. Just can't find that again.
So, how many of these are war crimes, by the way? Or do we not care about them? Do we not care about them?
Well, you'll be a
There we go.
so in setting wise, I'm thinking you'll be a private military contractor. War breaks out, and you guys are just mercs. You get hired to do jobs, so you are protected from any sort of like military convention.
Right.
Radiation damage rifle? My God.
Or there might be something, or maybe have like rules of engagement. I mean, that's what I
Yeah.
wanted to flesh out you guys as well. What kind of setting you kind of want? Because obviously, at least two of you are coming from a very mecha viewpoint of giant robots, whereas like me and Calvin may be more BattleTech-ish.
Like I say, I've not seen much in the way of mech stuff. I've seen like Code Geass, which isn't very mech.
I feel like probably Pat Labor is the most BattleTech mecha thing. It's still not really because it's still very human robots, but it feels the most appropriate.
Yeah, like I've seen so many different ones now. Like I really love Pacific Rim, which is kind of in between the Western and Eastern mechs kind of style, I think.
Oh, no, the only Armored Core I played was 6. So,
Yeah, well, the first two are the ones I like for that, so that'd be my influence for
Yeah.
that. And then I really like Blue Gender, which is an anime, but those are like large exosuits. They're barely mechs, really, because they're not big.
You're missing in my opinion, you're missing small arms that also generate heat. That'd be the only thing I think of. Like generate heat on the enemy.
Is there?
I mean, there's a flamethrower.
the
Microwave
microwave
blaster?
emitter?
Mm,
Yeah, microwave.
yeah.
thing called mech.
It's not the image you had.
I'm just not sure that does like. I think that only applies to heat. It doesn't do like a mix of damage. That's what I was thinking.
I also took out something because I originally had like something for everything for every damage type, and then I took some out because I wanted to be a bit of asymmetry, so it wasn't just like exactly the same thing reskinned every time.
Oh, I like the molecular projector though. That's kind of like a nice in between. Power fist. I've missed that completely.
Yes,
Yeah,
at the very end, I was like, there needs to be like a cheap melee weapon here.
I admit I have a power fist because I needed the credits.
Oh, hang on, I got a phone call.
My testing, I did like a big bipedal one, and then I also did like a tank, which was literally just, and they both kind of fitted in. I don't think we're doing something from scratch. You don't know exactly how it's all going to gel together until other people start messing around with it. If it falls flat and it really doesn't work and the combat sluggish and boring, we'll just switch to something else.
I gotta drive down the road and help my mom with something, so I'll be back in like 15 minutes.
Okay. Tank's going to be playing as attending to his missus.
I feel like some of these like power systems as well. It's that a lot could go wrong with it compared to other.
Yes, I did write some notes here that aren't on there. So for nuclear, if it overheats, it goes critical. It does a massive radiation explosion. There's the danger of radiation leaks. Batteries, if they overheat, they can explode. And then your like fossil fuel systems, they're like the cheapest and easy to like fix with scrap and stuff.
I like how my mech has exhaust pipes for its fission reactor. How do you incorporate images again?
Into Foundry?
Yeah.
I need it on my end. Like I can enable it for players. You can upload, but then that gives you access to a bunch of. I'll need to change that. I'll get tooltips on all these things as well. But sensors are scanning, scouting, that kind of stuff. CPU is like processing data, analyzing stuff, storing things. Power is going to be like the brute force of it, and also kind of like speed. And then control is like your piloting ability. And each of those have but melee and range, they're both using your combat attribute. I don't think you should be able to ever really, but speed stat is going to be like.
I like the fact that the mech seems to be very like weirdly front heavy, and the back legs are purely to brace it for fire support.
Yeah, it's robots are definitely those by the skeletons. You ever try to get it to make a skeleton?
Tempting, but I don't want to like use up all of my image credits that quickly.
Don't know if you have any. See if you ask it to do it in a comic book style, it might have an easier time because it's something AI generation has gotten me better at is like editing images because I'm getting really good at like just zooming in and pixel changing stuff that looks weird.
Apparently, it's called mine Mech Warrior D6.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to figure out what kind of battlefield rules you kind of want to focus on, or if that's even going to be a thing, or what skills you want to kind of cover with you.
How many of us are there that will be playing
There'll
total?
be you 3 plus Tank.
So 3 and an unknown.
Well, I mean, for a 4-man party, you should just go with the usual, right? You want support class with 2 melee focus classes and 1 long range class, right? Or something like that. Some kind of mix of that.
I feel like in this, we're probably wanting a long range, medium range, short range, and support.
And if you're short range,
The thing about long range and if this was like real weaponry, it'd be like civil miles, wouldn't it?
yeah, if it says extreme range, you can shoot somebody who's on the horizon.
It's like target, bang. Okay, engagement done.
Well, we could also do something like 1 scout with like 2 long range, right? It's like the whole point is just to get vision with the scout, and then the long range is like batters everybody from a distance. With somebody with a lot of guns on the mech might enjoy doing.
There'll be some mech that we fight that just has drones intercept all our shots. And it's like, oh fuck.
Well,
We can't do
one
that
of,
anymore.
one of my weapons is contamination drone rack, so I deploy drones that spread hazardous contaminants. So I'm a walking anti-environment weapon.
Yeah, like you won't always be just fighting mechs. Like it'll be guys in tanks and stuff.
Well, so you mentioned like the intercepting thing, right? But wasn't one of the weapons you could have like an EMP javelin?
Yeah.
So wouldn't that disrupt any sort of like I don't know sensors that to help counteracting your long range?
It said it's like guided missile, so I imagine they could still intercept it somehow, right?
Right.
But yeah, I mean,
Well, I mean, I'm just throwing out like party comp here. Like, wasn't sure what people wanted to do. I'm probably I wanted it to be close range that also gave people heat problems. That's what I was trying to build.
I just like the idea that my mech's got 4 legs. That's pretty much all I based my build on.
what is 4 legs particularly good for? Do they have high mobility? Yeah.
I like that based already.
Probably load capacity and shit like that too. Yeah, I would assume.
Stability,
got-
yeah, I think is our highest thing.
Stability 10, integrity 8, energy
Load
efficiency. Well, I've
capacity
got medium.
is also up.
So yeah, so if you get
Alright.
hit by something that's like powerful, like the hammer, you do like a stability check.
Actually, they're more stable than the tanks. I guess that makes sense. The tanks have better integrity. So your quadruped, are you making it like a tanky one? Are you making a heavy armored one?
It's a medium one.
What kind of guns or other things are you taking?
I have an assault cannon and a contamination drone rack and a power fist. I was tempted to kind of change the power fist out to be another ranged weapon, but I don't know what affordable ranged weapons there are.
Cheapest ones.
There we go. I still have 65 credits, so I could go like a step up, I guess.
I mean, that sounds like we've got one, not long range, just mid range mech, one close range mech.
Well, my assault cannon is long range, my machine rifle is short range, and then I don't know what range my contamination drone rack is, but it's drone and swarm.
I mean, you can send drones out long range, extreme range. It's obviously they've just got to like get there. They don't move
cool.
as fast as bullets.
And that's also a mix of kinetic, thermal, and bio. So we're missing.
Well, I'm
electric.
kinetic and toxic.
Oh yeah, sorry, I thought it was called bio for a bit. But okay, so we're missing just electric, is that? Oh, electric and pulse.
There's also radiation.
Okay, we're missing more than I thought.
I mean, you don't need to cover everything though.
Yeah,
It's not really.
I just mean if there was a niche that we had to cover.
No, they can only cover a limited amount of armor's protections anyway.
Yeah.
Unless they've all got void shield generators.
How can you avoid taking the Omega cannon?
By not having enough money, because that's an expensive weapon.
If you earn enough money, you can buy one later.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the.
Actually, no, wait, there's gravity damage too.
Yeah.
That would be great. Like, the heavier the mech, the more damage it does.
Graviton Puncher is the cheaper.
There's a visual novel I've read, Other Weep Thing, which has a mech that manipulates gravity. So I'm like, oh, hell yeah. But yeah, I mean, I could go in extreme range, or I could go another kind of close range. But what would support even look like in this? There's repair drones. I guess I could get them.
I believe most of the sport stuff's on.
Yeah.
So anything that's around, like above the decoy flare launcher, up until the graviton accelerator, or,
sweet.
or more utility kind of items.
You can get electronic warfare field. Enemy mechs within cannot benefit from drone or guided weapon tags. That's kind of nice.
I also put the list of what the tags do or what I think.
Oh, we have access to the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I talked to you a bunch of this.
I have now got 1,000 credits exactly, because I upgraded my head.
Okay, cool. So you don't need any extra money for repairs or personal gear for your pilot. Cool.
I didn't realize we could also equip our pilot.
Yes, I haven't
Yeah.
added items in, but it'll be like guns for like a couple.
See these active
Less
defense systems in the shoulder mount arc, like the
Uh-huh.
decoy for the
The
launcher.
special
or-
armors, yeah.
Yeah. Were those the ones you said you could use to protect other people, or they?
No, the shields. Like, there's a class of them that are called shields
Okay.
because they are obviously they're in your offhand, so you can like use them to get in front of someone and protect them.
I had the auxiliary ones instead of the shoulder ones.
Yeah.
Something very funny about a biofilter shield. Someone throws a chemical weapon at you and it just splats against your shield and doesn't go around or anything. It's not.
I imagine you need to be very much a germaphobe to have that shield.
It's really hard to put anything on a light mech because all the weapons weigh so much.
Yeah.
Like even the melee weapon weighs a lot once you get the basic. Even the
The-
power fist is still 4 tons.
Which lights do you have?
I literally just put the light. I even have the medium bipedal legs on.
So just the bipeds you're trying with?
Yeah,
The bipeds are actually like an option.
yeah, I'm seeing that.
I'm guessing it's quite cheap.
But there's a, I mean, the thing
No,
there's
really.
a reason why we don't use bipedal locomotion for vehicles in real life because it is like worse than everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, there's such a weak point in the knees.
Yeah,
I had to go to light quadruped, and that's kind of the same price, just a little bit more expensive.
I thought bipedals would be kind of more energy efficient for like long term travel stuff like that, but when I was researching it, they're not. Because I was trying to like justify their niche, but this is why they're pure fantasy because they're terrible for everything.
They're terrible. Yeah, I was like, these legs suck. I was like, no low capacity.
They just
No
haven't
stability.
worked out yet.
They're
The
a
size
I was
of
using
the-
it. I was using it because it looks like a human. I was like, I kind of want my mech to look like a human, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to like dish that idea. That's just out the window. That's just,
I mean, you can, but it's just going to be
One moment.
suboptimal.
it sucked.
Which
What do
is-
you mean
which is what
suboptimal? I can deal with suboptimal. I have like the cheapest power system and the cheapest like head unit on. Like I can do suboptimal, but those legs just suck.
Yeah, I tried to get a niche for them. It's very difficult. But I had to increase the cost of the wheels because wheels are also really easy to like make, so they should be even cheaper. But that completely negates when you would ever take bipeds.
Anything else?
Apparently, the one advantage bipeds have over quadrupeds is it's very efficient.
But it's not.
No,
Yeah.
it puts less strain on flexibility because you're using gravity to help you move. That's apparently it.
Yeah, but once you
So yeah,
factor
it's
in
more stamina.
yeah, but once you factor in the stability and all that kind of stuff, they're not like in for biomechanical like humans. It's good for like walking long distances because it's
Yeah.
not demanding as like 4 legs. But that's not going to really come into it when you're playing a role playing game.
Well,
It doesn't
But,
really
like, so
translate
when you-
to a robot.
Yeah,
right, but when you look at the energy efficiency for the parts that we have for the game, the quadrupeds blow it out of the water too.
yeah. But that's what I mean. When
Yeah.
I was researching it, like the overall energy efficiency, it's higher for the quad.
Well, at least switching that, I can go back and put the pulse rifle back on. At least I can carry the pulse rifle now.
I would say the one thing you can do with a biped that you probably can't do with everything else though is you can jump.
I may or may not have solved that issue with jet thrusters.
Yeah, although those are limited. But yes, because obviously the bipeds, you can kind of go over a lot more difficult terrain than like the treads or the wheels. But the quadruped is
Yeah.
just better than the bipeds but they're more expensive.
Honestly, like it was like 13K more expensive, but it was better in every single way
Yeah,
than the
yeah.
medium bipedal. And this is the light legs for the quadruped. So
I'm just giving myself a baseline cheap light biped here and see what.
now I do have a pretty expensive chassis core though.
If I give it this, you can give it like a machine rifle and a power fist instead of 4 tons to play with, and that's
You have,
less than
you have hull
half.
plate. What kind of?
I don't
what
have any
kind of
hull
armor
plating. I don't have any armor plating. If I go put hull plating
Okay.
on,
Right, so I put hull plating, and I guess I could take the jet thrusters off, and I could have put weapons, and I had jet
18 out of
thrusters.
20 tons, 481k. So you could actually buy 2 of them, which is the advantage, I guess.
Yeah.
Got a spare one in case it blows up.
I like how it's like you have one that you use, and then while it's in for repairs, you use the backup.
Because I mean, here's the thing: if like you get blasted and your core explodes, you better hope everyone else can pick up the rest of the scraps of your mech so you can build a new one.
Well, this is why I didn't want to go through with no armor plating. I was like, I gotta have some kind of armor plating.
Or if you've got high integrity, because then you're not going to take damage in the first.
My chassis only has 5 integrity. My legs have 7 integrity though.
Yeah, I mean, you're more likely to get hit in the core or the legs. Than...
Well, my whole thing is hoping not to get hit. That's why I wanted to go with a lighter mech. But okay, so now rolling stats for the pilot. 40 points to allocate.
Oh, I also hadn't given this.
100 points to allocate for skills.
How do we allocate points or
Okay,
choose that?
so if you want to do your attributes, you can either have 40 points to put them in manually, or if you want, you can roll 6d12 and assign the.
I want to do dice because that's what I did in the last game, and I will attribute myself to chaos.
So do /r space 6d12 in the chat, the Foundry chat, and it'll give you. If you click on it there, it will give you 6 different numbers. And then you can put those into whichever attribute you like.
1, 2, 6, 7, 9, 9.
9's are good.
Ah. Oh god.
Well, I mean, that's not even half of 72.
Yeah, it's an under average, but to be fair, I rolled like a 1 and a 2. Oh,
Again,
I
you're,
kind of like the idea of my social is 1, my intelligence is 2.
well, there. I mean, when it comes to like using your mech, your social and intelligence are going to be the least used, I would think.
I'm assuming combat and
Combat
endurance.
is for your melee and your ranged. Dexterity is for your control.
Yeah.
Perception
So-
goes with sensors. Intelligence goes with CPU.
Oh man, it's hard to see these skills if you don't have them.
So I've chose 1 for social, 2 for intel, 6 for dexterity, 7 for endurance, and 9 for perception and combat. So he can see it, but he
You get
damn
it
well
fine,
can't
yeah.
understand it.
Are you saying it's hard to see skills, Drag?
When I did the drop down, they're all white unless I like covered over them.
Oh yeah, same.
The drop down? For the
Yeah,
Like when you
specialist
pick your
one?
specialist skill.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, I'll need to fix. I suppose.
Specialist skill textiles.
Yes, so the way your skills are arranged there, you can see they're in like 3 columns. The first column is basically like action skills. The second column is stuff that you would probably primarily be using for repairing, which includes textiles would be like armors and stuff like that.
Ah,
And then your third column is all like the social interpersonal skills.
I'm gonna join you in the chaos. I will roll my stats as well.
I wish you luck.
Drac not being the optimal choice is hilarious.
I'm trying to not do my usual, you know.
Well, like because you
Embrace
could
it.
choose 40 or run the risk of going. So like 40 is above average. I've
Yeah.
sacrificed 6 attribute points.
You could roll all
But-
12s.
You could roll 70 plus,
Before I think about it.
or you could roll less than me.
Less than you.
But you got 10 in there, that's strong.
Yeah.
Well, that's going straight into dexterity. That's going straight.
For your control, not your combat.
Yeah, because the whole point of my
your
build is not to
movement,
get
sure,
hit.
sure.
Yeah, I'm trying not to get hit. So
Yeah, I will. I didn't write it in, but I'm going to have like a negative modifier if somebody's trying to shoot someone who's like moved a certain amount.
Holy crap, that was a terrible roll, man. Okay. Perception, let's make that. Alright guys, we need someone who can do the talking stuff because me and Cliff suck.
That's how we got convinced into that. Is our social skills were so bad. It's like, hey, do you want money? We like money.
Yeah, I like money.
I do enjoy playing the dumb fighter role. It is so much.
Oh,
more
I'm as
fun.
dumb as a sack of ox. Yeah, I got a 2 intelligence.
Like, I could see me and you playing chess, right? Like, I could see us just sort of staring at the board, and then 2 hours later, we're just kind of like, so when are the pieces going to start moving?
You're just all like aggression and reflexes. There's nothing else to you.
No, my thing with playing chess is like I'd move it, and the guy who's watching is like, "You can't do that." I'm like, "Why can't I do that? Like I just did it." Like, that's not how the rules work. Like, what are you talking about?
It's like, wait,
I
there's
just
rules?
I
What's
just did
rules?
it. What do you mean I can't do it?
It's a horse. It runs across the board. What's the problem?
Yeah.
And you want to be safe and sensible, Bird, or do you want to roll dice?
If everyone's rolling, I have to roll.
Aye,
You don't
here we go.
have to. You do not have to. Like,
I
we
would
are
love a
low.
V-Ball, but I'll take it.
I have to tie rolling if everyone is.
I am sorry if I've set the precedent as just fun, but it's because with the Shadow Dart, it just felt a lot more fun being like a very weak character.
Like Drax says, though, it's a good way to not always fall into the same builds and character ideas, do you know what I mean? Because it forces you to
True.
adapt.
True.
Yeah,
So
I'm
we'll
usually trying to be like an all-rounder. I hate having bad stats in anything.
If
I
you
don't
just
I don't need great stats and everything, but I hate having a bad stat.
Uh-huh.
But now I got 2 bad stats, so
samesies.
Creativity comes from working around these restrictions. You just do /R space 6012 Bird to roll it.
Perfect.
And then if you
I thought you
click
missed
on,
some.
oh no,
Really? Jesus.
I feel like there's gotta be a cutoff point where people can reroll. At least
I
like a
think-
couple
I
of
think-
those.
I think with
Maybe
that,
not
you should give a
everything,
mulligan,
Yeah, I
couple
think
just
we'll,
a-
we'll let you reroll that one.
Wait,
24,
what?
like,
if you
come
get
on,
less than
25, like-
if you get less than a 30, you can reroll it.
Yeah, I agree with that. That seems
Okay.
obscene. That's definitely the equality higher
Okay.
at that point. Like
That's not a bad spread.
I
That's
like
a good
the
spread.
1 and the 2.
Everybody's getting a 1 and 2 today.
Yeah.
He got 3 nines.
though.
That's
Very
great
nice.
spread. Yeah.
I'm-
Yeah.
I'll take it
Nice.
over the 25 anyway.
And that's what I said. Like most of the rolls are 13, so you need to get above a 13 to get it. So
He got an average roll, slightly above average. 36 would be half. So
Still not as good. It's just taking the points.
Yeah, I think if I took the 25, he'd die 4th session. And then the 37 replacement.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want a character that can't do anything. But this is as well why I had your attributes only count for like half of the amount going into what you need to roll.
I hate that none of us rolled good though. That's crazy. Not a single one of us rolled good.
It will be like Shadow Dark again. Tink's going to roll higher than everyone.
he rolls a solid 8-8. I'll just be like, oof. Tink definitely saved the day in a lot of the rolls.
Yeah, and then you got 100 points to put into your skills. 1 for 1, they can be
So we have 100.
What's the maximum it can be?
12.
Can I just roll fucking d12s for all these too?
If you want to be crazy, yeah, sure.
Fuck, that's so.
I
I
would do it in
kind of like
chunks.
the idea that.
I would do it in chunks.
So like, I'm gonna try and do another 6d12 just to see.
Yeah, I was about to do. I was just gonna roll 60, 12, and 3 times.
Right, let's see. And I'm just gonna do them from left to right. So acrobatics 4, but my athletics is 1. My melee though is 12.
Well, I'm gonna pick and choose like where I put them, but per column.
Yeah, you don't have to place them
Yeah.
randomly. Yeah, if you do it by columns, that's it. But you don't have to do that, Bard. You can just take the 100 points if you want. Although looking at that, you might get like 120 by rolling.
Let me write these down so I don't miss them.
I think it might be a better idea to not roll those ones.
I'm all for Drac doing it because it's good for him to break being optimal.
Yeah, I do try to be like what can I build that helps for everything and not have any weak points?
I appreciate it's great for stress testing systems now because it is really helpful in that regard, but it does suck the fun out of it a little.
Yeah, so I'm trying to be a bit different. Okay, a 3. Woo.
54 is a good one.
Yeah, 54 is good. So but I do get a 3 in there, so that'll be. Look. 6, 12.
So
Okay, these rolls are a lot better than my attributes rolls. Oh, at least I got that going for me.
even though we are in a mech,
Uh-huh.
our characters and doing some stuff still affects things.
I think he said like your endurance would matter when you're operating it, right? Because like you're being stressed out in the whole time.
If you're doing control, dexterity, endurance is also like willpower as well as your like physical fortitude endurance. So if you're doing like if you were rolling power because you were slamming your mech into another mech, you would roll it with endurance, because it's also how much you can like take the G-force, and the impact force and all the rest of it.
Right. So like hypothetically, they could hit you with a rail cannon, and then you might have to roll endurance to not get killed, kind of thing.
Well, if they're hitting you with a rail cannon, it's just going to be they roll the damage table against your armor and stuff like that. But if it was powerful and your mech gets knocked over, I may make you do like an endurance thing to see if you take like full damage.
Do our attributes affect our pilot's rolls too? Like if I roll
Yes, half
acrobatics.
of when you're rolling a mech stat, half of what is getting counted towards it is your pilot attribute.
Well, I mean like pilot skills. Like so, like say I
The
took
skills
mechanics.
not. No. The pilot skills are all going to be stuff your pilot does without the mech.
So I don't have to worry about intelligence if I try to do mechanics, right? Because I'm like a stupid mechanic. Is that a thing?
Well, when you make a skill roll, you choose which attribute applies, because it just gives a lot more flexibility to what you're doing. So if you
Right.
needed mechanics knowledge for something, that would be with intelligence. But if you were doing mechanics and you were trying to, like, I don't know, connect a wire or something like that, it would be like dexterity.
Right.
And so I think you said earlier, what is textiles for?
Armor,
Okay.
uniforms, fabrics. Because that middle column's all mostly kind of things used for like repairing vehicles, repairing yourself, like first aid, repairing firearms. But because you can change what attribute it gets used for, we can kind of change the dynamic to make it apply to different things.
Persuasion. We're just going to put that as solid 3 right there.
I've got intimidation 12, but persuasion 2. But my negotiation and diplomacy are 7 and 6.
I thought you said your social skill was lacking. Nah. Is that just the base attribute?
My social attribute is 1.
Yeah, my social is also 1, and my intelligence is 2. Doesn't make him
Yeah.
not intimidating.
Yeah, I mean, if you're slamming someone up against the wall to intimidate them, it would be like a combat intimidation rather than a social.
And I decide what to put like when everyone else has
What, for your attributes?
social.
I mean, if you want to do the same as them, that's perfectly fine. You can just be terrible at like social. I don't think it's a good idea for everybody to be stupid.
Were they both stupid too?
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I mean, I don't think so. I mean, if you put 12 into the skill and your mech's got a high CPU, you know, it can kind of
It'll-
compensate for the intelligence being low
yeah.
to an extent.
To an extent.
So what kind of characters are we looking at the moment?
Characters, or do you mean builds?
Well, I guess usable started from the build rather than the actual character, so what way is the dice rolls taking you?
I'm combat focused all the way across both my attributes, my skills, and my mech would be combat focused. But like, I guess I'd be close range combat focused. I got a skill messed up here. Put the wrong number in.
I wonder if Tink could be persuaded to be like a chatty professor kind of character then. Cover your intelligence and social.
That's out of his wheelhouse, or
I'm not sure Tink has a wheelhouse at the moment.
oh,
Trying to remember who he played in Against the Elements, but I can't even remember who his character was.
so much easier to pick if it wasn't a 1 and a 2, you know.
Hmm.
But even putting like a 3 in social intelligence, combat, whatever, wouldn't feel as bad.
I did put skills into mechanics. I guess I have a 12 in that. That matters, any?
If you need to repair something, yeah, mechanics
Yeah.
may be important.
So, like, obviously, combat has its own skill, but endurance would be used in combat occasionally. I assume.
Your combat is going to be used anytime you make an attack with your mech, whether it's ranged or melee. So
Yeah.
it's an important skill. Attribute rather.
And then, like, perception then would not be used even if you're, like, sniping somebody.
Perception will be used if you're doing like scouting. So if you're not the scout or the forward unit, you might not need.
And dexterity. Zach was
that's
hoping to use it for dodging.
Dexterity is control of your mech, so your piloting is your dexterity.
Yeah. Like, pretty dumb build.
That's you do you, man.
A pretty dumb build, I say, while putting 9 into intelligence.
But yeah, I mean, it's because it's only half of it as well. You're much lifting your mech's got to do for it. But
So,
your CPU is 4, okay.
Oh yeah, I mean, this isn't definitely what I'm going for.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering, you know, like if you take hull plating, it says armor value 4,
Uh-huh.
and then if you put reinforced, it's armor value 4 as well.
It
But it
stacks if it's the
changes
same
type.
type. It's like if it's protecting against the same type of damage, it would stack.
Oh, but I mean, if you take reinforced, it puts it on your auxiliary, so is it you take both of them, or?
No, it takes up 2 slots, but it doesn't give you it twice.
But the hull plating and the reinforced hull plating are both 4.
Oh no, the reinforcement should be 8. Anyone that takes up 2 slots should be armor
Okay.
value 8.
Right.
It gives you accurately at the top part, which is properly at the bottom.
Okay.
I don't think Dragon's gonna suggest it. I also need to add in like a mark for each component that you've got, because they can have, depending on the damage table, they'll be at varying states of damage.
What would that be at? You need to add it, you said?
No, I've still to add it. I'm not sure what I'm going to do on the sheet, because I'd like to do it like a paper doll mech, where the different areas you just click on and it just progressively goes towards red.
Your mech tab is empty in a character sheet, at least.
Yeah, but I was thinking I was going to do something else. I may not have that. I need to have an indicator of like what damage each of your different components is at, so that's something I have to.
Right, for this, yeah.
The easiest way to display would just be a list of your components and then the damage beside it, but there's 9 of them. I don't know where.
So what about ammunition when you're using like a machine rifle?
You just mark ammunition when you want to do extra damage.
So, but otherwise you don't have to worry about it, because like
So you're not going to run out of ammunition in the battle. That would make a lot. It would be a lot of fun.
no, but like some ammunition stores, if they're hit, can blow up. Like, and that's part of like, if you even wanted to incorporate that.
Yeah, but if
Some
any
ammunition
of
types
your
are
hard
volatile.
points get hit by a certain amount of damage, they will explode.
Oh, okay, my bad.
If they hit you for like maximum damage, the part is not just destroyed, but it explodes and it's going to inflict damage rolls on all the surrounding locations.
I had to take off my jet thrusters. Couldn't afford them. It's hard to get your speed score up high. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, but that's how many hexes you go in a turn. So
Oh, that makes a lot more sense.
yeah.
Okay. I thought that was vol. I was
I'm
like,
not
that vol,
sure-
like a 5
yeah.
for the vol is not very good. I
Yeah,
was like,
because
man.
the more I think about it, the more you would just roll control. Because control is your piloting, and it's dodging and moving around, that kind of stuff. Speed is just
Right.
is more just going to be a stat for how many hexes. I might do like a speed roll if kind of like if you wanted to go further than that in a turn, so you do a speed check to see if you can, or something maybe. Or I was thinking more in my head, if somebody was chasing you or you're chasing someone, you would do speed checks to see if you can catch them.
Right. And then you mentioned doing it. Are you going to do that? Like, the more hexes you travel, is it more like penalty to accuracy or
Yes,
something?
I think if somebody's moving beyond a certain amount of hexes in a turn, they will have like a negative penalty to hit you.
Okay.
Give them disadvantage or something. I'll need to incorporate that in the roll thing.
I think I'm good for everything we can actually. Got it, my motive, my past history, my personal values. So I need to think on.
Yes, the actual character.
Well, now that I have like what his attributes and his
Yeah,
things are, then
yeah,
I can
yeah.
shape them around that.
Yeah, it's one way of building. So like motive, obviously, just a kind of like your reason why your character does stuff. It's just easier to have
Yeah.
that to fall back on when you're thinking, what should you do in a situation? Past history, I was thinking just like a key thing in your past that kind of like helps shape who you are currently. Also, I can use that for like story hooks. And then personal values, are you just here for money, or you could have something like teamwork, honor, friendship.
How did your
Oh.
control score get figured? I don't see any stat for that when I'm picking parts.
Your control
But I do
score
have a
is a
control score.
combination of your leg stability and your core's actuation. Every
But then
leg
I take-
stat is two different things.
Halved. Okay.
And then when you do the roll, like I said, your attribute and that score gets added together and then halved and rounded up. So if you wanted like the maximum you can get for something, which is 12, you only need
24 points.
you only need like a 12 and a 10, because that would be like the half point once you get ready.
Personal values: good food, drink, and ammunition.
Materialistic then.
I was gonna see was one of these where I'm only gonna take one of my hard points and not my auxiliary hard point. No, so I could see like what could I use for both, well, having to like click and change it every time to see what it's gonna, how many slots it's gonna take or whatever.
Yeah.
I like the idea of like good ammunition. Your character is like 45 centimeter God's caliber or something like that. But maybe people don't know 45 has people like that.
I'm trying to think like what a good motive would be. Because like the past, like my guy's lineage is victory is always expected. But I'm trying to think that his motive is he's seeking redemption because he fled from a fight.
Just building a mech that's got 2 extra weapon. Which is low damage,
yeah.
but you can just like mark ammunition to max it out.
I am kind of worried. Do you know the arc blaster has chain on it?
Yes. So if you hit someone, it rolls an additional attack on anybody that's within close of it.
Anybody, as in like any ally.
Yeah, well, I mean, it doesn't know. Electricity doesn't know the difference between friends and foes.
Okay, maybe the arc blaster's not a good idea.
No, that, I mean, we just have to know what each of us have, right?
Just make sure they're not too close when you do it.
And what's the range? Is so the range be close, I guess, for it to jump.
Short. Oh, but I think maybe close to the
Yeah,
jump.
close is like adjacent. Short is some space between you.
Like at the same time, the graviton blaster, I kind of like that. And it's just AoE. You don't even need to aim it.
AoE is also good if you're fighting like infantry or something like that. Presumably they're more kind of bunch.
Means I can't take a shield.
I mean, you can get shield there. I'm also thinking, if you can destroy other mechs without destroying all their components, you can salvage their components.
Oh no, but it's it uses the auxiliary and the maiden.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, your combat skills are really good though.
All of my combat skills, yeah.
Acrobatics, athletics, melee, and marksmanship are all really high.
Told you it's combat focused because I'm dumb.
Yeah.
So I had to swing the other direction.
Physical character. 12 mechanics and it's your specialist skill. You're not feeling that one.
Yeah, I didn't know if anyone else was going to do that, so I was like, I really wanted to be able to work on the mix. That might be part of the motivation there.
That's mechanics you've got mixed.
Mechanics is 12, and I made it my specialist skill too. Yeah.
Right.
I don't have any extra money left. I got 4K left over. Money wise.
Yeah, I mean, I think pilot gear is going to be like in the hundreds rather than thousands.
Yes.
Ah, cool. Okay, I was worried it was gonna be when you said like 200 for a gun. I'm like,
No.
Jesus.
Yeah, well, I mean, 200 KCR is like a big, massive mech double-mounted weapon. It's not going to be that much for like the player rifle.
I picked up a shield, but I was really iffy about that because each shield only blocks a certain type of damage.
Yeah.
I'd rather have 2 guns, but I really couldn't find another gun that's only one-handed. I guess 2 machine rifles, technically.
The blasters are one-handed, I think.
Did you miss the part where I said I have 4K left over?
Oh, right, yeah, okay. Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
If you needed a bit of money, I'm sure I could like tap you some for a gun.
Well,
I've
So
I've downgraded.
you'd be dropping the shield though, which is 66.
Yeah, but I don't like. I can't do the pulse rifle because that takes 2 hands. Because it was only 66, but it took both my ports to use a pulse rifle.
I don't know if you also want to coordinate what way, because there's a
I've
lot of
got long and
kinetic. I
short.
see. Yeah, I see a lot of kinetic.
So Why was machine rifle 1 and pulse rifle takes up both spots? Because I guess the pulse rifle had longer range. Would that be the trade-off?
I'm guessing more damage.
Well, I mean like to hold it. Like the machine rifle takes just your one hard point, whereas the pulse rifle took both your hard points.
Pulse rifle's accurate because I'm guessing if it's both arms, it's more stabilized, so it's more accurate.
Right.
Whereas
That
machine
makes sense.
rifle, just I say just as arguably better actually. Yeah, like I said, I put this together in a week. I don't know how balanced any of it's going to be. If it's terrible, we'll just switch to a different system.
But I could do that. There we go. I could do that. Instead of having a shield, I can have a machine rifle and a melee weapon. There we go. What's my speed? It's still 4 tiles. That's still good.
Oh, we could give them names?
Yeah, name your mech and your.
That's gonna take me some time.
You got confusing the Lance one because you have multiple like mech builds. Because every time you come out in a mission, you can just like pull out a new one. So they all had like 3 or 4 different mechs with different names.
I'm calling mine's the least.
What's a gyro stabilizer?
If you have to do a stability check,
Stabilization.
yeah, so if
Yeah.
you're getting knocked over, you're less likely to get knocked over, which can be good because a big heavy mech getting knocked, you need to spend the whole action. I was thinking maybe you take full damage to do with your weight.
They do have a module that enemy mechs within long range cannot benefit from drone or guided weapon tags while inside the jamming area. That would be something good for a close range guy to take.
Interesting, bird. You went with perception 1 and dexterity 2.
I was like, surely I want good combat rules.
You're not much of a pilot in that case.
Like, I changed my build a bit on the mech to give it more
Tracks.
control.
Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, if you're like more of a tank that just shoots from a distance or something, you don't need to drive as much.
I could still swap stuff around, but I'm like,
But your control's quite high though. Okay, so you are actually 9, 10, 11, which is 5.5, which is 6, which means you need to roll a 7 or more to pass a control check.
is that D12?
If you just click on the control button on your mech, it'll do the roll and then you can see exactly what you're. There, it takes your 2 stats, adds them together, halves them, then it's 13 minus that amount, and that's the number you need to beat for a success.
Oh yeah.
So what does heat sink do? Since you said you take heat to push yourself for damage,
So
does like is
your,
that like
your heat track that you have for how many times you can mark heat to increase die results.
is your heat sink
that
minus
number
your
is
heat
yeah,
generated?
minus heat generated, yeah.
Okay.
Extra heat sinks would increase that, so you would get more boxes on the track.
Before having to vent. Okay.
Yeah. So when it's filled up, you
Okay.
need to. If you take more damage, more heat beyond that, you'll start taking its damage rolls. Or you spend an action venting the heat. There's one upgrade there that allows you to use your vented heat as a weapon.
One upgrade?
Yeah.
Like the shoulder mounts or
Yeah, I think it's a shoulder.
heat venting system?
No.
You may direct the superheated exhaust toward nearby enemies. Any mech within close range suffers a heat attack.
Yeah. So let's say you had a big heat track of like
I'm
9,
getting that.
and you built up 9 heat and then vented it. That's like 9 damage plus a roll of a d12 on the damage table.
Yeah, yeah.
against them.
Oh, that's nice. I like that.
I stole that directly from Lancer.
I want to build up 5 heat, but you know.
So like that roll, but assuming they didn't have armor against gravity, would be heavy damage. So you would disable whatever. That was a core, so you just disabled their core, and they can't do anything now until they get out and repair it.
Just absolutely decked it.
The only thing I was like, the only other stat that I could drop, I guess. I mean, I could do endurance, but if I dropped combat, the Graviton Blaster, because it's got blast on it, you don't need to aim. You can just point, and then the AoE takes care of it.
Good at getting rid of swarms as well. Swarms are weak to area and blast.
Just, I wouldn't need to take combat for that part of it.
Yeah, because it auto hits. Well, unless you you still roll to see if you get a crit.
Yeah, it's just trying to decide what to put that 1 and 2 into. God damn.
But this is good. That I wanted there to be like decisions to the building part of it.
I admit, like, once I've played it, I think I'll find like where I'd be more comfortable with the play style. So at the moment, I'm like not making much commitment because I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna enjoy this.
Power, melee, and control of your mech stroke. Lots of heats, so lots of bumping your rolls. I mean, you'll be anti-infantry with your drone rack, definitely. I don't know if you're like duplicating your weapon though when you've got the assault cannon and the machine rifle, because the assault cannon is just the better version of it, or the bigger version of it.
I don't know what other.
It's a longer range though.
Well, I mean, you keep the assault cannon, but you could swap out the machine rifle for the fist maybe, so you've got.
Fair, cool.
Or
I'm okay with
I
that.
don't know if it's shield.
Oh yes.
Or, I mean, you might want to go with the fist because you don't have a melee weapon, and the melee stat for your mech is higher than the range.
Yeah. I'll take the power fist. That way, I've got all range sword.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to take the speed. It would be a power roll to, like, boost, because that's your legs and your energy. Yeah, I don't think a speed check's needed, it's just a speed stat for how.
It's the 2 and the 3. Man. So the items,
Uh-huh.
will we doing any of that yet?
No, we'll just do them at the start next time when I've got it ready. It'll just be like, what armor do you want? Do you want like the stealth armor or the heavy armor? Do you
Yeah.
want like what hand weapon do you need like a hacking kit or a... I saw no one took thick as well.
I didn't even see that. I'm assuming that's where the shoulder mount or something.
You,
or
you can
armor
always
plating.
you can always try and escape the mech, but the escape pod means you automatically escape if it starts blowing up.
That's an option? Which slot is that? Is that the...
I think it's
You need to reframe it, Dork. Instead of having it be an escape, have it be like a gun that launches you at the opponent.
shoot.
it's your shoulder mount. Your shoulder mount's the
shoulder.
option.
What?
Absurdly cheap, by the way. Wow.
Where's it at?
Emergency escape pod is on your shoulder mount. It's 40, 40
emergency-
creds.
I see emergency grounding unit.
It's quite near the bottom.
Realize
And
it's
box the
scrolls.
jet thrusters.
No, I scrolled down. That's what I'm saying. I don't see it on my shoulder mount.
It's
Emergency
above the
escape
jet
pod.
thruster.
Okay, so it's not
Yeah.
not quite towards the bottom.
Yeah, above your jet thrusters.
I said close to the bottom. You see the emergency grounding unit. I was like, that's the only fucking emergency I see. 40 CP. That's too much. I can't afford that. Or KCR. That's too much.
So
my life ain't worth that much.
Wait, the tag reaction? I don't see that. Am I blind?
it just happens like when it explodes.
Right. Wait, this says make an engineering check. Would that be a mechanics check?
What's that for?
The repair drones.
Yeah. Or electronics if it was. But yeah, they just let you repair somebody's shit without actually getting it. So when you see you're fleeing, Callum, is that like a deserter?
Yeah. I just figure like that's his main motive with his history being like, no, you expect victory. And it's not, I guess like desertion isn't, because I guess in the history it's like, no, if you failed at least you fought, but you desert. So I think desertion is good. There you go. Yeah. Redemption for desertion.
I'm guessing you would be the person to really push to see the job done.
Yep. So definitely don't want an emergency escape pod.
Yeah, my only concern really is it's so imbalanced that everybody's robot gets blown up in the first fight. Or the combat is extremely slow and sluggish.
Oh, that's always going to be the hardest thing to balance for.
I think if everyone's robot gets blown up in the first fight, that would at least be a blaze of glory, you know.
It sounds like the tutorial encounter in MechWarrior, and then it's just like we all like end our VR campaign and go, oh, we really need to get better, and
Yeah,
then we start
yeah.
the main campaign.
Well, I mean, at least if that happened, I'd be like, okay, you need to earn like 1 million creds every mission so you can buy a new mech.
Victory through failure.
And make sure the next one has an emergency evac on it.
Alright, I'm done. I'm done messing around with mine. I need to do my character sheet.
Pretty all round mech.
No long range on mine at all.
The range is still decent. Oh, yeah.
I didn't have the brawler originally, but I can't afford anything else.
Hmm.
Or I'd have to go cheaper than that.
OST.
It's
Do what?
It's a dumb joke.
Soundtrack.
So you had it as the bird bot and bird. So if you read the bot name and the pilot name, it's ostrich.
Oh, okay. Very clever. I mean, I instantly went to the original soundtrack. Ah.
Yeah.
Blasting Rise of the Valkyries out of your boat.
You can make up an acronym for the OST.
Yeah, well,
Or it could
you
be
can.
AUN.
I'm not gonna. So you got better senses time. He's got better CPU in the power, control, melee, range. Yeah, use a similar but a little different. Oh, grab.
Can't see his build and know what he's got.
It was going to be kind of like tank with support value,
Yeah.
but at the moment all I've got that's supported is repair drones.
I was gonna get that too, but no money. That's probably like when I get money, it'd be the first thing I get. Because I got that mechanic skill so high. And I was like, it kind of doesn't make sense not to have it.
I mean, if you wanted to go the supported one, then I could.
No, if you got it, I ain't gotta worry about it.
Awesome.
I could do something else that's close range damage. Sounds good to me.
So you're like grav, short range, repair drone, and your tracks.
I don't know how I'm gonna survive anything though.
The only armor I got is hull plating. Like,
Yeah.
don't get hit. That's all I can tell you.
So yeah, what's your integrity? Is like? I'm assuming
Uh,
yours is pretty decent because you got the tracks.
Yeah, the tags have got good integrity, but the rest is just 6.
Yeah, because Calum's bot is actually, you two are fairly similar stats wise. You're just a little different here and there. Calum's robot is quite different stats.
I was going to take more tanky stuff like the Juggernaut name, but it just reduces my speed even further,
Yeah,
which is already really bad.
well, I mean, tanks don't need to be fast, right? If you've got long range, you don't need to be fast.
But I don't have long range.
Well, you're not much of a tank then.
Alright,
What
like
was
that.
concerned was like there would be enough variety. I think maybe what you don't have, somebody had long.
You know,
My assault cannon is long range.
You're the long range.
if I dropped my solid state cell, then I could get a graviton cannon instead. That's long range.
It's like, hey, I see bird, I see on the horizon, I'll shoot, right? I'll see if I can hit it. I hit it, I like snipe off the top of the mountain. You're just like, wait, let me do it. And you just level the entire fucking mountain.
I did like the way his voice lit up when he noticed the gravity weapons.
It seems so unnecessary, you know.
The walking robots are unnecessary. We have missiles.
We have missiles on the walking robots. This just gives me EVE Online vibes, the fact I could have a drone swarm.
I was like, wait, how can I afford the graviton accelerator? But it takes off your shoulder mount.
The bonus of having a multi-slot weapon like that, though, is being multi-slot, it lowers the effective damage that they've rolled on the damage table against it. So it's a little hard.
Right.
But if it does go,
What would you do if you didn't have your weapons left?
you can't shoot anyone.
You body slam them
Yeah,
or run.
you just pound into them.
We need the other shoulder mount. Come on.
Then you just have extreme tunnel vision.
But yeah, that's the problem. If I go down to a diesel turbine engine, my speed drops again.
I'm able to get a micro fission reactor, so. But I like the image that I've got for my thing still has exhaust pipes. So I'm trying to figure out why my mech would have exhaust pipes.
For the heat, maybe?
Oh, the image is pretty good because it's got heat vents by the looks of it, like a run of heat vents, but just behind
Yeah.
them it's just got like diesel exhaust pipes behind it. So my only thing is there's probably like he's just got like a deep fat fryer in the cockpit.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It could just be steam rather than smoke coming out of it. Just all the
I guess
hot-
that would like make sense. It's more just a sort of a panic like heat vent kind of system.
Yeah, just the hot steam just coming out.
Very GDI inspired with the green windows.
The oversight.
Oh, that's the power fist.
Yeah, it's very much a Terminator.
You can tell it's inspired by Warhammer because it's got that kind of loop because that's
Yeah.
on some of the models.
Yep.
I like how it's a belt-fed assault cannon that basically feeds itself. It's
Yeah.
just a circle.
It's recycled cartridges.
That explains why I've got 6 ammo slots.
Okay, so what about motives and history for you? We've got one deserter who's seeking to make good. And I've said private military contractor, but you could work for like a faction or a corporation.
I feel like we're probably freelance. Like, that way we can always, like, just to start off with rather than get involved too hardcore in the political elements.
Yeah, it's more flexible story-wise.
Yeah. I remember, like, there being a MechWarrior Mercenaries game, like, a while ago. Like, we're talking, like, early 2000s, late 90s. That was really cool. Because I remember, like, one of the tactics was you could spend mission currency to steal downed mechs.
Uh-huh.
And that was pretty fucking cool. I think it was called Mercenaries, but it's the old Mercenaries. But it was I need to see if I can find like images of it.
Build a mech and call it zone. So you're looking for a pet.
No. Yes.
Pokemon, but
What is it?
robot.
Wants to build a mech, so you're not always switching it out. Like people are like, oh, you gotta switch it out to fit the situation. He's like, nah, I'm gonna use this one no
Ultimate
matter what.
one, yeah.
It doesn't have to be ultimate, but like this is just the one I'm comfortable with, so it's the one I'm gonna use no matter what.
Integrity.
Yeah, so like I don't care what kind of values you have, just stick to them, right? Like if you're gonna be the evil guy, then be evil. Don't be like, oh, maybe I won't do the evil thing this time. You know, like
Don't ever change as a person.
don't
Don't
be
grow.
wishy-washy.
Don't
Yeah,
grow and change and better yourself. Stay who you are.
if you say you're gonna do something, then do it. That's basically.
That's more honourable if you're sticking by your principles or sticking to your word, I would say. But yeah, same thing. What about your historical fact? Like what happened in your past?
I haven't
that's
thought of
kinda
something yet.
Shaped who you are. I'm assuming maybe you've been portrayed, and that's why you value the integrity thing.
Maybe I gotta start over with this new mech I had to build on, the funds we had, because maybe my last one got stolen from me or something. I don't know.
Oh, so you were with a different company, and they just
We
like,
could, yeah, I could go with that.
and they,
Yeah.
but they basically just left you behind and stole your shit.
I stole my shit, yeah.
Also explains why.
My thought was just like, tie my guy's incompetence in certain aspects into it. Like the low
That you're a
dexterity.
terrible pilot.
Yes, like he's the son of like a lead of a PMC or something,
Oh, I like this.
and he's actually garbage.
Okay, so
in
you're here
piloting.
because you're a Nepo baby.
Oh no, I was thinking like he was the son of this other PMC's leader,
Uh-huh.
and it's like he's actually so bad. He's given us a bad rep, so we'll get rid of him.
So they kicked you out. Okay.
Yeah, they kicked him out, and he's like, well, this is the only way I know how to live. So he just joins another one.
Join out. They're like, "Are you any good as a pilot?" And you're like, "I know how to shoot."
Yeah. Knows how to shoot.
They
and
put
then
you
take
in the
the
shooting
gun.
range, and you're like, you blast everything. They're like, "Okay, you're great. Yeah, you can shoot." But they have no idea until you're in the field that you don't know how to pilot a mech.
And like he hits all the targets, and it's like he's using the gun that's just that big
Yeah.
AOE.
Yeah, it doesn't require any skill. Yeah, because I know your melee's high.
Maybe I should take a melee gun, but then I can't take the gravity weapon. I can take the gravity punch.
You could.
I mean, you don't need to cover every situation though.
Too.
you don't need to play to your strength. If he
Is
does-
his strength short range? Like,
He's got 2 higher on melee than. But if
does
you-
that count? Does melee count towards like, I guess your
Not
mix
his-
melee too?
not,
Then
Not his skill. His mech's melee, whereas his mech's ranged.
I didn't even see a melee rating. Holy crap! Okay.
You're really not playing type today, are you?
I had a lot of shit happen today. I'm not really focused, I guess you could say. So how do you get a melee score then? What is that?
Your melee score is your power and your control combined and then halved. Your ranged is your sensors and your CPU combined and then halved.
Power and control. What do you?
Yeah, so yours is pretty high because you're control. And that's why Callum's Elysium has good melee because he's power.
Power beat energy output. So yeah, that would have to be power.
Power's your energy output and your legs effect.
Right? Is there notes for all this?
There is. It's in a text file in front of me.
I was like,
I can put them in the rules thing. You're gonna look at the speed calculation. You're like, what?
I might. Some things I might just ignore to like my own personal sanity.
So yeah, I'm gonna have them in as like tooltips eventually. I just don't have it. I put it there as a page.
Okay. Well, then he could change his mech around to be more for range, couldn't he? If that's the case, if he wanted to be long range.
Who knew it could be this fun building a mech?
I spend most of my time in BattleTech doing just this. The missions actually annoy me a little bit.
I do apologize. I've also had a week, so my brain's kind of frazzled.
The missions in BattleTech seem to be really mean.
Really, what?
Mean.
Mean?
brutal.
I really wish I could play that BattleTech because I got it when it came out, but the text is too.
It maybe for like the first couple missions until you understand how the game works, and then it's not so bad. I try not to cheese it with long range missile boats.
They just put out a new. I don't really like the minis though for BattleTech. Never have.
Yeah, I don't really like the mech designs from like most of them.
Yeah, if you go in Etsy, lots of people do.
I'll be honest, I really like the Warhammer mech models. So like I'd happily do like a BattleTech game with them.
Yeah.
No, seriously, give me a second, I'll show you.
If you get the scale right, I don't think there's any reason why you couldn't. I like my Adeptus Custodes, not Custodes, Mechanicus mechs that I've got, which were Forge World ones from Horus Heresy, I think. I like those ones.
Yeah. Also, Dark, these are the ones that I would be asking you to paint, potentially.
Oh, your Warhounds? Yeah.
Yeah. I also have one of these bad boys, a Thunderhawk.
Oh, yeah.
Then I got, as one of my leaving gifts from one of my job, a couple of big fuck-off tanks.
See, I keep saying this with tank. I really want to do my own rule set for mechs, so we can have like an army of tanks and that kind of stuff playing alongside. Because they do have that in BattleTech now, but BattleTech's just a little too involved.
I think if it had a few models, it could be quite fun. But I've got, I don't know, like over here you can kind of see all the boxes of things.
Well, I have no armor plating now, so let's hope nothing happens.
Be fine, I'm sure.
Yeah, what's the worst that could happen?
Well, catastrophic nuclear explosion. Yeah.
I just gotta survive till we get paid, and then I can put some.
Yeah, I need to work up how much to get paid. I'm thinking you have a maintenance fee for that, like, and then you got repairs you need to pay for. And then you work out how much money you can get on top of that. Because obviously it's not going to be a long 7 weeks, 8 weeks. Okay, so
who's gonna build the absolutely cheapest mech they can build, but then put the absolutely biggest, most expensive gun on there?
It might end up being me.
Well, you want to get an urban or an Urbie and strap a nuke on it.
So you're basically gravity.
Yeah, Feds and Gravity seems to be the...
And then Draxon optimized piloting maniac. And then Elysium is all power and tons of fucking heat. So I guess tank could be more support and or snipe. Oh no, the Graviton can.
Well, do I take the Graviton Cannon? But
Let's go with the one that you think kind of sounds cool. You don't need to be.
I think it offset my really bad speed, you know.
I want to get the EU module, so like when I get in close and some so quickly, then they can't use those long range weapons. That would be the goal with my build.
Oh yeah, because you kept.
Mm-hmm.
But you've got social kind of covered anyway, so you aren't super weak on that.
What skill don't we have covered?
Well, you two-
Intelligence.
No, Bird's got 9 intelligence.
Okay, yeah, we're good then. As long as there's one Brainiac guy on the team, we'll be okay.
I mean, he's intelligent, but he can't pilot for shit.
Yeah, we'll keep you safe. You don't gotta worry about that.
Try not to drive into any buildings.
It's important to keep the smart guy safe because he's probably the reason we're going to get paid a lot of money.
Yeah, you still have any glaring weak spots, but we'll see how it comes out. I will probably, like I said, start you off with non-mech combatants and just like build it up to try and not overwhelm you too much.
Do I need to subtract how many credits I have now versus how much it costs
Yeah,
me?
however much your mech is once you settle on it, just take that off of.
9, 8, 7, so 13.
And then weep as your mech comes back half destroyed.
Maybe. I don't. We'll see. It might be all the way destroyed by the time I'm done.
Is that your final build, Callum? Yeah. You can also find images for your pilots. I'll get a party HUD thing up the side of the page. I'll try and do like floating buttons in the middle so you can just. And when we do battles, they will most likely be on grids because they'll be easier for distances and stuff. You want to write in, Bird, your guys move? Or are you still messing with your mech?
Yeah, I'll try to summarize it for this. I assume these are meant to be very brief.
Yeah, just a sentence.
Yeah.
Doesn't need to be super deep. I mean, you can go ahead and write your notes as much as you like. Just basically so I can use them for who. Oh no, the president's daughter has been kidnapped.
You might not want a bunch of mercenaries on that mission.
Why not? This guy's got 10 social and 12 in seduction.
Why? What?
He's playing a different game.
He's trying to make sure we get the most amount of money.
Yeah, yeah. Don't worry, guys. I know how to get allies. Okay, I'll leave this open in case you've got more tweaking to do. I'm going to go run down the shop before it shuts. Because I'm not eating much.
Yeah, I think I'm done, actually.
Yeah,
So I was just looking at pilot images right now.
Yeah, you just get images, put them up in the Discord, and I'll edit them and put them in.
Ooh, that's a point. I'm gonna go and ask Copilot to make me an image. No, Gemini.
I'm just going to steal one that's already been generated. I don't really care that much.
Going to try and do what I did before with the make images to get like a little isometric one to use.
Oh, I need to get a mech image too, don't I?
Yeah. I'll leave this here so you can reference stuff.
It's funny how it generates the he just blends into the background. The armor and the walls are all the same color.
It's very modern era, isn't it? Like how, like lately everything is always the same color and stuff.
Yeah.
Like it fits well with the game things. Like, oh, who needs direction and contrast? Everything grey.
Realistic.
Reminds me of my sister-in-law's house. Everything in that house is grey.
Not even white.
Nope, grey. Like all shades of grey. I feel like I need to make a change because there's a name behind it of Commander J. Vance.
Suppose even if the head unit on our mech is taken out, that doesn't kill us, right? It's just we can't see anymore.
I think you can still see. I think it just reduces your score, right? Because when you look at
Was it not
You have-
just sensors to zero though?
no, because isn't there something else I hear that has sensors? Yeah, because your core still has sensors on it, right?
Oh, so
And your core has computing, so it just lowers your score because that was adding to your score.
yeah, I suppose it would make it a hell of a lot lower, but you'd still kind of fight.
Because you technically don't even have to have a headpiece, right? Because if you look at it, the things you have to have are just the chassis,
Yeah.
the power, and the legs to actually go into combat. The head is not. It's a optional piece.
If I recall, let me see. Yeah, if you aim for the head, you get a -4 modifier. Although, I just got a kit on it, so... Yeah, the idea I like with these gravity weapons, if I've got really shit speed on my mech, it's like, well, if you can't approach the enemy, make the enemy approach you.
You're gonna just a gravity tether. You're just gonna like, sorry, I need to angle my weapon so gravity is me. Boom. Whee! Is that why your dodge is so high so you can just sidestep?
Wait, is my dodge high? But, that isn't how the cannons work. But it's just, I like the idea that that was the thought process. Actually, like, it's a terrible.
There is.
Would
There
do that.
is. Hang on. There is a thing that would let you. I had it and I took it off. There's like a magnetic grapple for a sword amount.
Yeah.
You pull them in, I'll smack them, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't think I'm going to take the grapple. Just I like that thought process, even if it's incorrect. So yeah, I've sacrificed the I had a pancake fanium. I don't think that's actually any good. Or probably not very cost efficient, I should say, because like they're probably not going to hit that anyway. So slightly better ranged, and took the graviton cannon instead of the blaster.
Wait, you guys are still here?
Yeah.
I might still just be looking at shit, even though I
No,
took a
that's-
screenshot of my original, but I'm just like looking around at shit.
Absolutely fine. I was just thinking when I was going down the shop there, the organisation of your company. So since she's also like naming stuff, I'm also going to need the name of your PMC and the name for your lance.
What's a PMC? You gotta like
Private
bite that
military
thing.
contractor.
Oh my Jesus.
So you're
And the lance, huh?
Diamond dog. No.
So a lance is 3 to
I know
5
the
mechs.
lance,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So your lance will have a name, and you will be 3rd Lance, 4th Platoon. So you can call it. They will like historically have like a name for that lance in that platoon. So you just can come up with whatever that's supposed to be, as well as your contractor name. But you don't need that now. You can give me that next week, or post it in Discord or something. So I was just thinking about kind of enemies to throw at you. I've been watching The Strain, which is Guillermo del Toro's series based on the books he wrote, which is based on the vampires he did in Blade 2. So I might throw an army of vampires at you at some point. Space vampires, obviously.
Yay. But are they gonna have mechs? Are these vampires gonna be like in mechs? Because that'd be kind of cool, actually.
Yes, and they all have magnetic grapples so they can pull you over and drain your blood.
And drink it.
What kind of lance do we want to be? Do we want to be like we're struggling to make ends meet, or are we thinking very professional?
Well, you guys are going to be greenhorns, right? Because you've got the Nepo baby over there.
I like the idea of just having something like Rust Belt contractors or something.
I have no idea about PMC names.
Oh,
That's the only thing
I
that
think like the names they have is like Blackwatch and stuff like that.
or Diamond Dogs. If you've played Metal Gear.
Yeah, and it's like like Wagner Group. They're not exactly hugely imaginative names.
No.
Yeah.
And they could be more corporate based kind of one, or they might be like a ragtag mercenary, and then you'd be more like War Dogs, Diamond Dogs kind of thing. Or they could be the remnants of an army that's long since like fallen apart. Whatever you guys like. But I'm thinking the Lance, obviously the previous Lance guys are all dead, and you greenhorns have been like put into this Lance to kind of rebuild it. But it will have its own like badge and history and stuff like that. I will leave this up for you to play around if you want, but I'm going to get off now. I will get used next week.
Alright, man.
Yeah.
I'll see you then.